What's going on, guys? All right, today what we've got is we got some new blacktop here at the house, and this garage. This is what I pulled my motorcycle into, and it was quite a bit different in comparison to what it was. All right. So what we've done here is we took some of the millings that they had, and we went through and we've packed this down with millings and other gravel from over here. All this is pretty solid, so we'll go through and we'll just keep on packing for a little bit, and then we got some cold patch, and we're going to just attempt to make this transition slightly better than what it was, and not have to pull the motorcycle in on loose gravel. So stay tuned with us as we get this done, and yeah, I'll be back in between, just kind of add some tidbits in here. All right, so I should add that this is not the only compacting that I've done. I've been out here and I've compacted it little by little as I've added material, and this is kind of where I've got it now. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go get the cold patch out of the back of the truck, and we're going to apply the cold patch. So come along as we get that. Of course, I didn't back the truck up any closer. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I've got a little bit of used motor oil. I'm just going to put it here on the bottom of this tool, and biggest thing that I'm trying to do is just keep the material from sticking to my tools. Ideally, diesel fuel is used a lot to keep it from sticking. What we're going to do is just take a little bit. Now, this is controversial because they say that oil actually breaks down blacktop. But for me, I'm trying to get these two surfaces to bond together, so maybe I can get it to break down just enough to give me a decent bond. This isn't a permanent fix to this. Yeah, I should have probably paid a little bit of money to have them go ahead and blacktop up to this, but I didn't, and we're making a video now, so I'm not putting a whole lot of oil down. All right, we'll call that good for now. If I need to add more, then I can. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I've got this propane torch here. Just got a burner from Harbor Freight, normal propane tank. I'm going to start heating it from this inside out because I don't want to get very much heat on my metal or on any of the trim. So we're going to start in here, just kind of heat this up, and then we're going to lay this blacktop down, and we're going to heat it up as we go. So stay tuned as we do this. All right. So I don't know if y'all can tell, but there is a difference here in the color. Here in the color of this blacktop. Or I'm sorry, these millings. So it went from like this gray color to a darker black. And you can just take old millings and heat them up like that and compact them. And while you're doing that, you're essentially making blacktop. So the reason I'm heating this up is try to give this a good bond. I'm trying to make this as close to hot mix as possible. Again, this may not be the right way, but this is the way I'm doing it. So all right, so that's bag number one. And we're not going to try to make this coating too thick on here. But yet it's got to be thick enough that it's going to withstand the weight of the bike or whatever else I decide to put on here. Just trying to get up to this lip so that there's not a hard transition, but I don't want it on my metal. I don't want to cause issues with drainage. All right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to start packing this. It's pretty lightly at first, just kind of get this set where I want it. not sure how easy you're able to see on camera. Right here in the middle is pretty thin, but we'll fix that with the next bag. All right, let's go get this next bag. All right, we'll come straight into tamping this down. Kind of spread this out a little bit. Again, not making it too thin, because if you do, it's just going to crack on you. Again, as you're doing this, compaction is everything. You can keep beating it, but it's just going to keep moving around. So you just got to know when to stop playing with it. All right, let's go get us another bag. Before we apply this one, I'm going to go ahead and heat up the rest of this area, so I'm not working in too big of an area. Let's go get this last bag. All right, so this last bag, I'm gonna try to concentrate more towards the middle. It's a little bit thin there. All right. So at this point, I feel like we've tamped it pretty good. This is not going to be something that's strong enough for a car to drive on, in my opinion. Maybe it is, but I don't believe so. Again, it's not the intent and purpose. All right. So now what we're going to do, we're going to take this torch, we're going to heat all this up in hopes to kind of make poor man's blacktop. I'm going to go ahead and keep tamping this. I can hear it sizzling. Sounds like bacon on a flat top. All right, guys. So that part's done. Now I'd say that pretty much I'm going to follow the recommendations that the blacktop company gave us whenever they did the driveway, and um, try to give it about 3 to 4 days before I drive on it, which should be pretty easy. See, now I'll go on shift tomorrow, but yeah, not too hard. I'm not going to say it's as good as getting your driveway paved, but for $100 and materials, I'll take it. So appreciate it. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Again, I'm not a professional. Um, just trying to do things and save some money. So appreciate it if you like, comment, and subscribe. It'll keep the channel going. Thank you. All right, guys. Here's the finished product. I failed to show that. Just a quick note. This stuff you can drive on immediately. For my purpose, where I did it for a motorcycle, what I'll do is I'll probably lay down a piece of plywood. So the instructions on the bag say that it hardens gradually over time to allow for compaction, and to continue filling little small grooves. So for where I use this for blacktop, or for this little pad, might not be ideal for that, but it's done now. I'll just put my piece of plywood over there and probably drive on it some with my truck to kind of pack it down a little bit more, and I'll keep you updated. I'll come back in, I don't know, a couple weeks, couple months, something like that. We'll give it some time and we'll see how it does.